Hey, sorry. I thought I was live and I was talking to you guys. Let me know if you can hear me okay. And I'm sorry for being late, but it's been quite a day. And now I'm pissed that I kind of changed my topic because as I did, I got a little distracted, and I just want to point out some things, I guess, about Mr. Rodgers that are weird, but I guess then we'll talk about JLR, and then maybe, even though he's not allowed to sue anybody, maybe we'll talk about JLR after, because I sort of lost track of where I was at with my actual point about Mr. Rodgers and Pappa Rodgers, and I had a good point. Let me know if you guys can hear me, and hey Dan, hey Thomas, hey everybody. I'm using a new microphone, so I want to make sure it's working. Can you guys hear me okay? I don't think you guys can hear me. Yeah, you guys I swear to God, thanks a lot. What music? I don't know that there's music. Music. What is it? What the heck? Okay, you guys, of course. Oh, is it? I think it's Mr. Rodgers. Did it stop at this point after the fact? I know, Elle. Today's just not my day. Yesterday. Okay, I hear the music too in my headphones, and I'm trying to figure out where it's coming from. Alright, well, as always, I have of talk like on what the hell always. I don't know how, okay. I don't know where it's coming from. Mr. Rodgers, like, had his music playing, but it was done. Like, I guess, okay, did it stop? I hope it stopped. Let's see. Sorry, guys. I'm like the dumb girl that everyone hopefully loves. Hopefully. That's my shit. But now that I've had nothing but trouble, I was gonna make a rhyme, but I'm not gonna do it. I initially was going to go live, you guys, about JLR because I have a lot to say about that. And then something hit me. So I changed it to Mr. Rogers. Great, guys. You guys hear me great. Did I sound better, Dan the Man? Do I sound any better than prior? That's your middle name. I hope this microphone sounds slightly better than whatever I used before. But, you know, anyways, Mr. Rogers, okay. So something struck me today, and I guess I jumped the gun a little on speaking on this Mr. Rogers thing because, well, I really didn't. But then something happened in my personal life and kind of made me lose sight of what the hell I was trying to tell you guys. However, I do think it's important because I don't know if anyone, and I'm not going to show it, but um, I don't know if anyone saw the video that Pop did with the vehicles going in and out of King Road or whatever. Um, I have a lot of thoughts and theories, but when I saw something today about literally Mr. Rogers, like, Mr. the neighborhood guy, hold on. I don't know if I'm going to get in trouble if I show music from this guy, but it's funny because it actually ties back into JLR all the same. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. And sorry, guys, I'm trying to look for my lip gloss because I was intending to like show my face and be like a real creator today, but I need lip gloss or like I'm gonna look even worse than I fucking already look. Of course, I can't find anything at all. My life is just, I want to wake up in Mr. Rogers' neighborhood every day. That's the neighborhood I think I want to wake up in, but do I really? Okay, I found my lip gloss. I just can't be crazy looking. I can't look crazy. And I probably will, and now I'm probably going to be pissed off at myself. But here we go, and then I'll take it off because F-A-F-O. Okay, so Mr. Rogers, neighborhood. I don't know if Mr. Rogers, like the real man, was like a creep or not a creep. But if he was, it gives me weird vibes about Idaho. And sorry, but I also think that lots of things give me weird vibes about Idaho. And I will never forget Kim WSU mom, who I would love to still talk to. Why did she know everything that happened at that house? Why did she know? And I forget, Thomas, I think you know the channel. I can't think of it. I saw like a short this morning of, I think the channel that I'm talking about, proving that Kim WSU mom knew everything that happened that night. So what the hell? What the hell? What the L, I guess we'll say. And we'll say what the L as to what I look like, because I was not happy right before this and I cried. But bear with me, y'all. Yes, JLR sued his own mother. He sued everybody, but guess what? He can't sue me, nor can he sue you unless we have put him now in imminent danger, because he's not allowed 4,000 lawsuits later. And he has the audacity to have made fun of Brian Koberger when it wasn't even when Brian was gonna go to prison or anything. The audacity to make fun of Brian and make a joke about the soap. Don't drop the soap, Brian. Okay. Well, Thomas, my theories about JLR. And I think that JLR since then has creeped me out even more. He's everywhere he needs to be, right on time. And, well, I'm sorry. I just tried to tell people, look, just no matter what, I could be crazy. My mom thinks I'm crazy. I showed her my thought process, and I'm not accusing the guy of anything. However, when someone behaves in such a manner like JLR has allegedly behaved, it's scary. And maybe we're going to just talk about this because Mr. Rodgers, I don't want to call Mr. Rodgers a creep if he wasn't a creep, but Pappa Rodgers, my point was about Pappa Rodgers, and then we'll just talk about JLR. Pappa Rodgers was, in my opinion, a neighbor, and in my opinion, Kim WSU mom said there was a creep neighbor, and I think that was Enon Harsh. And he acts a lot like JLR. If you've seen a couple videos, I did one where Enon made fun of the fact that he had a white Elantra and he was inside the car, packed car in San Francisco or California. And he legitimately was joking, like, oh, they're following me. And then he's showing us like a flip book, like a this size, like a journal, and he's writing, and I was trying to screenshot everything I could of Enon Harsh, because I do find him odd, and he was a neighbor, and I think Mr. Rodgers, not Pappa Rodgers. I don't know. I'll make a video about it because I got upset and I can't explain what I was trying to change my mind to explain instead of talking about JLR. So I'm going to change the title. I'll make a thumbnail because I want to be clear as to what I'm saying. And if Mr. Rodgers, the guy I woke up to every morning as a child, has anything to do with being a creepy anything, well, we'll see. But I had it in my mind. Something upset me. Everything flew out of my mind. So we're going to come back to Mr. Rodgers, Pappa Rodgers. However, I do believe Pappa Rodgers. Never mind. I'm not going to say what I was about to say. We're going to talk about JLR. And JLR can attempt to sue me if he wants to. I'm not worried about that. I think that JLR has manipulated the masses, and if people want to hate, and I guess it's better because I I probably would have more people if I left my JLR title on this live, right? Uh, but I didn't leave it because I had something to say. I'm going to change it back. But people go into other people who are even questioning JLR, defending him. And I am going to change the title of this because it's disgusting to me. And many of you who have been here with me, and I'll read the chat in a minute, many of you guys know I came to YouTube because of what I have experienced in the past. I'm not here for supporting dudes who are liars, fraudulent liars, abusers, making how much a month? I mean, it's shocking. It's absolutely shocking to me. And I started to like JLR even though I didn't really like him. But JLR was on the Gabby Petito case. That's where I learned of JLR. JLR is on a case where a kid killed the girl because of domestic violence. Then he goes to CrimeCon, meets her parents. But you know what? I want to give this as an ultimate warning as well. It's very, very important. And thank you guys who are here listening. It's important to know you don't know who you're talking to on the other side of the screen. And I will, and I am blaming Michelle. Sorry, boo, but who are you? Who knows? But I'm blaming Michelle for my inability to grow like all of these other people because I was the vulnerable one. I'm easily targeted by people for God knows whatever reason all my life. It's like I have fucking bully written on my forehead. Met a girl in jail who had the town she was from around her eyebrow. I'm not here to say I've not ever made mistakes, but people need to stop it with what they're doing on the internet. And JLR has, in my opinion, fooled a lot of people and almost fooled me too. But what I will say that bothers me the most is that when a victim comes forward, Magnolia didn't put this out herself. She's not seeking attention for herself. It came out. She didn't put it out. And so that's not fair to say, like, oh, she wants attention. She's lying. That's really a private situation. And I'm sure she knew it was coming out. And she, not he, made a statement. And I will tell you, it's very disgusting to hear people. And I've gone to JLR's chat just to see what people are saying. And I've seen other creators be hated on because they're talking about him. So that's why I was like, maybe it's better I change my topic. I'm going to change it back though, because I don't care. Because people come in and they defend JLR like he's God. Like, hand to the Bible, their oath is to JLR. Okay. I didn't know he was like the prophet of some kind or whatever. People need to do their homework. And I don't care who JLR is. I don't care if he's had a history or not. What matters to me is that I've been there. And people need to believe a police report, number one. And all the people that are like innocent till proven guilty. Who broke that girl's nose on Christmas vacation? I have very similar pictures to hers. Okay. And it's hit me hard because I keep telling you guys I'm going to share my story. But then again, I've been bullied out of even being here. Not just Michelle, but people want to fake friendships and pretend they know things about me and they don't. So it's really hard. So I am so glad Magnolia made her own statement. People don't believe that, then that's their problem. And I pray to God nobody ever ends up in those situations, because at the end of the fucking day, not only was I in a situation where my eye looked like Magnolia's, that was on a Bumble date. I didn't know the guy when I got that black eye and my nose permanently screwed up. So people want to say she did that to herself. Okay. Right. No, she didn't. No, she didn't. But the cops wanted to believe I fell face first and I did it to myself too, some way, somehow, right? And this bothers me because I know how police work. And I know I praise, I wish the court was in Chelan County, Chelan, whatever it's called, where the hot officer, the hot sheriff, Mike, what's his name? Who followed, he was the Travis Decker case. I'd love to just go over there and, ask Mr. Sheriff Man about any of this, because he's a hot sheriff man. So she's not lying. She was in a hotel by herself. People want to question Magnolia for not calling the cops until the next early morning hours, but people want to defend Dylan and Bethany. Make that make sense. People don't understand. And I wish more than ever I could have a conversation privately with Magnolia, because I've been there. And it wasn't just the time that I went on a first date and had my face bashed in and got pregnant by a stranger. Sorry, I'm trying to watch my language. That wasn't the first time I'd been in a situation, but that was a situation I couldn't get out of. But I understand her situation because it's a relationship. Been there, done that too. Didn't know I was starting to date a heroin addict who knew I had money coming my way from New Orleans. He was from New Orleans, love New Orleans, hope he gets washed away in the next hurricane. People don't know what people are capable of until you realize what people are capable of. And at the end of the day, to me, my heart breaks for Magnolia, because any victim, any woman who says, or any victim who says something happened to them, should be taken very seriously. And in my opinion, because it's been so long, like it's been a couple months now, we have, I think, April 21st that they have another court date. So if it wasn't real, they would have figured that out by now, or she would have backed down from what she said occurred. She did not. And people are, I think we all have past, right? And unless you're an absolute saint, or like a 5-year-old that shouldn't be listening to this chat, we're all sinners. And people are using Magnolia's alleged past against her. And JLR has JLR Army, who they're ride or die for JLR. JLR was at Micah Miller's everything, talking crap to John Paul Miller, the abusive killer or manipulative, emotional, mindful killer of his wife. He was at Gabby Petito in Florida, who clearly, Gabby Petito's boyfriend reminds me so much so of the New Orleans boyfriend I speak about. And it sickens me. It sickened me to watch. It sickened me to watch the whole situation and then to know that he eventually ended up taking her life. I've been in hotels with people. My Brian Laundrie, he did me a solid in at a hotel in Monterey, California that I was paying for. That really, when I heard the call of Magnolia and JLR, um, it really reminded me of that moment. I thought I was gonna die. And yet people want to say she should have left. I should have left. We were on my money, my car, my everything. What did I do? I allowed this fool to go get me makeup at whatever store had makeup, Walgreens down the road. And I paid me. It was my money. I paid for extra 3 days. And then I came home and pretended that even my closest friends wouldn't know that I was lying about, and my mom especially. They wouldn't know that I was lying about falling down the stairs at the Pebble Beach. What stairs are even at Pebble Beach? But that's my point, you guys. And I really don't care what people think of what I have to say, because my point is I have Magnolia's back 100%. And it really hurts to hear and see all this support for a dude who has 4,000 plus lawsuits, and he is not right in the head. And he wrote a book. Trying to remember who I listened to that read Plunder. Plunder's doing a great job on this. Plunder read the beginning of the book, and I think she said, I'm not buying this book. But JLR is attention seeking. He is the biggest attention seeking whore I've ever seen. Y'all know he was raised in Pennsylvania, right? His story is so much like, allegedly, Brian Koberger's. He was larger than life, and he states in his first pages of his book, written in 2018, that he understood what it takes. Like when he ate an apple a day, okay? He ate an apple a day, and then he realized the extreme measures that he took mattered because he made extreme choices. That's like, okay, you realize you get skinny, people love you. His situation was a little different, but in my opinion, his words were everything, and he wanted attention he never got. Many people that I've seen in chats are like, was he an only child? He wasn't. He wasn't. I'm an only child, and not gonna lie, I have my mom, most of you know, my dad died. Um, he doesn't strike me as only child syndrome. It's like middle child, if anything. But JLR wants attention, and JLR's gotten it, right? But people also have said, and I'm sorry, I'm not sharing, I'm not going to show you the videos. If you know, you know. If you want to know, leave it in the comments and I'll readdress some of the things that I'm saying. But many of us saw JLR almost get his ass beat in Idaho by that man in front of the Idaho house. And JLR backs off. People have said, oh, he must not be like dangerous. No, he's probably not with men because he's been to prison. He knows not to FAFO with big men who are threatening him, right? But he has maybe no problem taking total control over his relationship and over a small woman my size because he thinks he runs things. I remember when JLR was covering whatever hurricane it was before they even got that little dog that thank God the dog's with her and okay, which is another. I understand having the dog and thank God the dog's okay, but your dog shouldn't see abuse, period. But I remember watching JLR and Magnolia riding around when the hurricane was happening. And in my mind, I was like, she's so annoyed. She's like, I don't want to be here. Like on a 2-lane highway where nobody else is at. Why are we here? And this was before the dog, thank God. But still. And she seemed very bothered. It gave it when I heard what happened, it really struck me as remembering that. And I think that JLR is a control freak. Sue me, bro. I don't have money, but sue me. I think he's a control freak. He's an attention seeker. He needs everybody to love him for whatever reason. And I'm not about it. I didn't really like him. I started to like him. And then I was like, why is he at Nancy Guthrie's like day in, day out for nothing? Was he running from the law? Was he there prior? Who knows? I'd love to know, everyone's looking at Erica Kirk and her travel dates. I'd love to know when JLR arrived in Tucson. Just curious. He's made up a lot of stories and he likely has not made a comment because he can't. His lawyer probably said, shut up. And I can't wait till April 21st. I believe it's their court date. And I am looking into this, you guys. I'm going to be pulling the documents. And I'm sorry I'm not responding to you guys. I'll lose track of everything I need to say. But I'm very interested in what occurred. And for people to question her, question him first. I don't think she wanted her business out here. Pretty sure she knew eventually it would get out. But her past does not make it okay to abuse her or threaten her or strangle her. And JLR, I'm sorry, he gives me those vibes, all of them. He wants control, he wants attention, and he doesn't want anyone messing with his ability to get it. And in my opinion, from what I had seen, he's a little baby bitch. Really. Sorry. Pardon my French. He's a baby. However, those are the actual dudes that think when they have control over a woman and they can handle a woman and threaten them and control them. In my opinion, that's exactly what happened. And people don't also understand it's not up to anybody to press charges on someone. You call the cops handle it. Like, yes, she helped them. Thank God. She gave information. The story of the whole happening makes me sick because it literally reminds me of very much like my situation. However, it seems like, thank God, these police officers or sheriffs were much more caring than the ones I had to deal with. Um, people need to stop. I don't care what a person's past is. If a woman tells you something bad happened to them, you need to believe them. And then, oh, thank you, Thomas, so much. Thank you. If you guys got gifted, please say thank you to Thomas. If a woman says something bad happened to her, believe them. Because, like in my case, I have full blown proof, beyond a reasonable doubt of what happened to me. And I got to witness the police chief is now the detective woman that did not want to keep my case open. And she said, no, I'm closing your case. Why? Because it was a rich white boy? You called the guy. Number one, you called. You didn't show up. You didn't follow any like real protocol. You just called the guy. Oh, hey, were you with her? Yeah. Oh, yeah, she's crazy. Okay. I contacted them a year later. A year. With proof. That guy got me pregnant. God had other plans because I didn't have that kid, and I would have never let that person, that monster, touch my child. But I would have had my child. But this woman is now chief of police. Like, cool. So I understand how this all works. It's not the way we want it to work. It's not justice. It's not the real system. It's not the system it was even designed to be 90% of the time. How is it justice? So I truly believe JLR is living on time right now. And I'm sure he's not going to speak on it because his lawyer said, don't do it. If he didn't do it, though, why wouldn't he talk? Why wouldn't he say something? I'm not supposed to talk, but I didn't do what I'm accused of doing. Right. He's not, because guess what? No one punched her in the face. No one broke her nose. No one left her in a hotel. No one did that. And she didn't do it to herself. So I really, really, really pray for Magnolia because I've been there. I've been in a fancy hotel. I've been with someone that I knew and I knew deep down shouldn't be there with. I knew. But I was still there, and bad things still happen. And people need to understand, stop judging people. That's my point, I guess. Because when you judge people that have been abused or say they're abused or are in a situation that you don't understand, yes, it's hard when people don't want to listen, but you're not in their shoes. But to judge someone, if you've never been there, you have no right. And you can only pray literally pray for that person's life. Everyone wants to off their partner these days. They don't get a divorce. They just, oh, it's easier to off them. Morons, as Pav would say. Those are morons, like literally. You'd rather off someone and you think you're going to get away with it. It makes no sense to me. But people in these situations need to be believed. And at the end of the day, if they're proven to have lied, fine. But the things I'm seeing and reading and hearing on YouTube about this JLR situation is disgusting to me. We're not going to wait until innocent until proven guilty. There's a police report. There's pictures of her face. Y'all want to bitch about that? Go throw a fit to Moscow, Idaho, literally, and ask why Dylan and Bethany are in jail for not calling the cops, because we all know they knew. That's my point, and that's my biggest issue. People want to beat down a woman who's already been beaten down. Dylan and Bethany should be in jail. And everyone should have a problem with that. Because if that was your child and they were gone, this is my question. How come none of the families have done anything together? All four in one room, 20, 48 hours, whatever lying ass channel they want to be part of. Why have they not all sat down together? Number one. Number two, why are they seemingly defending the two girls who could have called the cops? And why are they defending the police? We're not stupid. At least on this channel, we're not stupid. I've looked, I've heard, I've seen. Nobody that follows me and subscribes here is stupid. We're not dumb. But my question is people want to attack people for talking about JLR. JLR hooked up with, got pictured with Kaylee's dad and mom, I believe. Oh, weird. JLR inserts himself into a lot of these crime situations, right? He'll run like a little boy if Mr. Man with all the flags wants to beat his ass, but he'll make fun of Brian Koberger and dropping the soap in prison as well. What a hypocrite. Because if what we're all learning and hearing is true, homeboy's going to jail, not jail, prison, for felony charges. Don't drop the soap, bro. I think it's sick. And it was so hypocritical. I did a video about it because I thought it was sick. And I don't know JLR. I'm not friends. He don't know who I am. This was at the beginning of the Koberger case, before Koberger ever, it was right after he got arrested. How are you, sir, going to hate on someone? But that's okay, because he sues everyone. He sued himself, I think. He sued his parents. But at the end of the day, he has a story just like Koberger. I was fat when I was young, and this is in his book, and I'm just paraphrasing to make it simple. And Plunder shared this, and I watched it. That's how I know. So God love Plunder, because Plunder, she covers everything, and she does it with such grace and humility. I just think she's a great person. But she's covering this, and his story was like Brian's. He was a big guy. He realized he started eating an apple a day, so he lost weight. Brian did whatever Brian did to lose weight. Then he states, Jonathan Lee Riches states, he realized the impact and the power he had after that. I wonder how far, and I have truly not looked this up. I wonder how far away he lived from Brian Koberger, because he was born and raised in Pennsylvania. Yep. And then he inserted himself in Sandy Hook. He inserted himself in the theater shooting. I believe it's all a facade. Dude wants attention. How far will one go? And this is what, you guys, I'm going to leave you with this. How far will one go to gain attention? And I want you to truly, because I promised my mom I wouldn't say what I really want to say. How far will one go to gain attention on the internet? And I'm going to change my title because, well, hell if I know. I actually thought the other day, maybe JLR is Pappa Rodgers. Who knows? Maybe that's a hint to what I'm trying to say. And I'm not scared of being sued because he's not going to sue me. He's not allowed to sue anyone unless he's in imminent danger. And I'm not imminently putting him in danger at all. I support Magnolia. I support anybody who especially has the ability within them and they face the fears to call 911 when they've been beaten or abused or worse. And it's sickening to me, you guys. It's sickening. JLR's Army, he's live, probably still right now. Before I went live, he was live. How is he live? He's not even addressing this. He's not even saying like, hey, I know there's something out there. I can't talk about it. I want to know when JLR got to Tucson, Arizona. Someone please provide me that information. When did he get there? Because a lot of weirdos, serial killers, not saying I'm just saying, lots of people do lots of things. And they insert themselves in situations because they love it. They love the attention. And I'm sorry. Hi, Doc Terry. Nice to see you. Hi, sorry, everybody who I've missed. Love you guys. Thanks for being here. And you guys, I have to get back into being on YouTube, but I know I'm not speaking on people's favorite things either right now. So it's kind of a challenge, but I came to speak my truth and be a voice for people that don't have one. And I appreciate Magnolia coming out and speaking on what occurred. And anyone who wants to say, oh, we'll wait and see what happened. There's a police report. There's photos. Eventually, one day, I'll show you all my photos and why this hits me so very deeply. She didn't do that to herself. And people need to shut up and realize that. And at the end of the day, her past does not matter when she's been in harm's way, literally. I don't care what her past was. She could have robbed a bank. She could have done anything. But right now is what we're talking about. And I only wanted to speak on this because I think that she needs support and because I've been there and nobody gets it unless they get it. And I think that at the end of the day, JLR, he can keep making his money his way for now, but it's not going to last forever because the truth always comes to light. And if this was all some fake facade, well, I don't know. But what I do know is don't drop the soap, JLR, like you told Koberger. That's what I do know. Because you're going to prison. You are. If these are felony charges. And I'll be there, especially. I hope it's in Chelan County or Chelan, however the hell you say it. Because you were there for Travis Decker. You were there, JLR. And I'll go there because if that man, hot man sheriff, he's the only man in America I even think about. And I don't really think about him unless I think about him at the moment. But I'll be there because if he's single, he's a great guy. But look, people, my point of doing all this is not to really make you guys laugh, but I hope you guys laugh a little because I'm stupid. But we have to fight for people who, especially people who shared their story, went to the police, tried to get help. People that are defending this dude like he's God it's wild. He's not God. He's made mistakes. We all make mistakes. But you can't make up what's in that police report. And I will follow this case very closely because it really does. It triggers me, but it affects me. And I want Magnolia, Jamie, real name, I want her to know she's supported because at the end of the day, nobody else did that to her. And nobody will ever convince me that she did it to herself. There's no way. So, in my opinion, everything done in the dark always comes to light. And Magnolia needs love and support. And being me, knowing my own story that some of you know, some of you don't, some of you know half of it, I'm never going to not support someone who needs that love and that support. And to know she knows this is all over the internet. I was hiding for 3 weeks. My dad didn't even know what happened to me. And when I saw him after 2 weeks, I had sunglasses because my dad would probably have died in prison if he was going to have a heart attack. Like people, and that was the worst of situations. But in the abusive relationship where I was in a hotel that I was paying for, that I mentioned earlier, I went out trying to pretend like I didn't have a messed up face. I literally just had a friend the other day say, we all knew, right? We just didn't know how to, what were we going to do? Well, yeah, my mom knew too. I didn't fall downstairs. And it's so dumb that people would ever use that excuse. I fell down the stairs. Do we not all know that? I mean, I don't know if that's a cry for help or what, but most people in situations like that, even if they're crying for help, they don't know how you can help them. So, I love you guys too. Thanks for being here. Hi, EMAC. I love you guys, all of you, each one of you. it's hard to talk about. It really is hard to talk about. But at the end of the day, we all know right from wrong. And we can't judge people when they don't know how to get out of the situation. And when I heard that he took her phone, I realized the similarities of the situations I've been in where my car was taken and I was left. And it's like, so what am I going to do? Call the cops? Like, there's so many things that go through a person's head. And you don't even realize till you realize the end result of everything of what's going on. And I hope and pray, no matter what happens with this case, that she at least, and I know she will, she did the best thing. She let the authorities know he can no longer contact her. And if he does, he's really screwed. But she did the right thing. And as her, and I don't have it to pull up right now, I wasn't prepared for this. Her statement though, that she's with family, she's safe, her doggie is safe, and the dog is another situation. I mean, I hate to admit that I've been in one too many bad relationships, and even my dog's my baby daddy of my dog, she witnessed towards the end of our relationship a lot. And so I'm not going to blame my dog for being a psycho security guard over me when pretty sure my dad somehow magically trained her and he didn't, or maybe he did know innately he would leave this world. But my dog is my protector and I don't care. It was her birthday yesterday and she's a little psycho, but she's psycho over me. Nobody's going to touch me. And that little dog, I'm sure, of Magnolia's is going to be the same. And you can't blame a dog for that. It's not like it's a bad dog because it's not misbehaving. It's protecting and being loyal. And I just pray, really, I really do, that they're both okay. And, you know, what's JLR going to do if, you know, everyone wants to say, well, wait and see. What's he going to do when this all comes to fruition and he has to go to court and he has to be accountable, not for suing the world, but for beating the shit out of someone? And again, I'm just going to say, look at his face in that early photo of him that everyone shares with them sideburns. Oh, he sued Elvis Presley for having his sideburns. Elvis was dead. Okay. Just telling you guys, because I'm not accusing anyone of anything. I have a weird suspicion, but look at his eyes, and I don't know how tall he is, but Nancy Guthrie. I get the vibe that JLR creates problems sometimes just to have the attention that he gets. That's all I'm going to say. Hi, Holly Berry. Thank you for being here, all of y'all. I love you guys. And I'm really, truly not trying to accuse the guy. I started to like the guy. But I will say, and I have proof of it, multiple people, I was questioning JLR a week before we all found out about this abuse, right? Something in my gut said something's not right about him. And then this happens. I don't want to accuse him of things he didn't do, so I'm not. However, she didn't punch herself in the face. She was on vacation with him. The police were concerned. And anyone out there who wants to say, oh, let's wait and see, let's wait and see for what? That's not okay to me. It's just not. And this is why victims don't come forward, because they're not believed in the first place. And they should be. Every victim, until you can prove you didn't do it, that woman or man should be believed. And I will never not believe that. And with the way her face looked, I've been there. And I'm sorry, but anyone who supports that guy after the fact, I can't wait till the facts come out so they have zero reason to make excuses for a true crime YouTuber who's making, I think I heard $30,000 maybe a month. Yeah. And little old me over here just speaking truth on things. No, that's ridiculous. And if he never makes a statement, even if he goes to prison, he should make a statement saying, I screwed the hell up. I ruined my own life yet again. He's not doing that. But also, if anyone wants to figure out, I still need to figure out the video of JLR where he's talking about the Idaho 4 house before it was demolished. He's talking about a FOIA request. He's reading. I cannot find it, you guys, and I had it. He's reading, and then it's like an accidental attachment, and it's talking about China, Ukraine. It's talking about government shit, okay? And I believe it may be tied to Charlie and Erica Kirk. I don't know. But if anyone finds JLR talking before the house, it was like talking about before the demolishment. If anyone finds that, I will love you forever. Possibly. I might marry you if you're Mr. Sheriff of Chelan County in Washington. Except I don't want to live out in the boondocks. But that was a pretty hotel. He ruined their whole weekend. So, you guys, I love you guys. Thank you for showing up. I'm going to feed my dog before she throws a hissy fit. And because the end of her birthday wasn't perfect yesterday, so I owe her. But you guys, I love you. I appreciate y'all for being here. I keep saying I intend to go live much more, and then life happens. But I either have to give this up or I have to go live more often. And I'm not going to be bullied out of it at all. And I think that's what people want. A few people want me to be bullied out of it. And so I like a good challenge, and I'm not trying to be bullied out of what I came here for. So thank you guys for being here. I love you guys, and stay safe. Thank you. Please hit the like. And I have so much more to say. Oh, by the way, I'm still definitely, if you guys could see it, I know a few people know my wall in my living room is definitely still full of DNA, IgG information. Trying to help Brian. And I'm getting there. But I've just been very disappointed lately in myself and in life. So I love you guys. I'm still fighting for his freedom because that's what I came to do. So I love you. Stay safe. Have a wonderful, wonderful, what are we, Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday. Wonderful Wednesday. Love you guys. Stay tuned and love you guys. Thanks for being here.